Rare 1961 Lincoln penny from proof set, worth thousands. Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Get ready for an exciting journey into the world of rare and valuable coins. Today, we're talking about a hidden gem in American coinage, the 1961 Lincoln penny from the proof set. This small but mighty coin could be worth an incredible amount of money, and you might have one sitting in your collection right now. Stick around until the end to find out how much this rare penny could be worth today. Why the 1961 Lincoln penny ISSPCIL. The Lincoln penny has been a cornerstone of American currency for over a century. But not all pennies are created equal. The 1961 Lincoln penny from the proof set stands out because of its exceptional quality and rarity. Proof coins are specially minted using highly polished dies, giving them a stunning mirror-like finish. These coins were never meant for circulation, they were made for collectors. What makes this penny so desirable is not just the proof quality but also the potential for rare variations and errors, which can make a simple 1-cent coin worth thousands of dollars. Design and key features. The 1961 Lincoln penny carries the classic design created by Victor D. Brenner. On the front, you'll find the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, detailed and sharp, with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year, 1961. The proof version of this penny is noticeably different from regular pennies due to its deep, sharp strike and highly reflective surfaces. Turn the coin over, and you'll see the famous Lincoln Memorial design, introduced in 1959 to celebrate the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. The words, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and "1 cent," are boldly displayed. The proof pennies from 1961 were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, meaning there is no mint mark on them. However, some of these coins have rare errors and variations that make them even more valuable. Rare error coins worth $USANDS. Not all proof pennies are worth a fortune, but if you happen to have a 1961 Lincoln penny with a rare minting error, you could be holding on to a jackpot. Some of the most valuable errors found in these pennies include double die obverse, DDO. This means that the inscriptions or details on the front of the coin appear slightly doubled due to a misalignment during the striking process. This error is highly sought after by collectors. Double die reverse, DDR. Similar to the obverse error, this occurs on the back of the coin, affecting the lettering or Lincoln Memorial details. Cameo and deep cameo proofs. A 1961 proof Lincoln penny with a cameo or deep cameo effect, where Lincoln's portrait appears frosted against a mirror-like background, is far rarer than regular proof coins and significantly increases in value. If you find any of these errors on your 1961 proof penny, you could be looking at an extremely valuable coin. How to check if your penny is valuable. If you suspect that your 1961 Lincoln proof penny is worth big money, here's what you need to do: check for errors. Use a magnifying glass to look for doubling in the lettering, date, or Lincoln's features. Examine the surface. A perfect, untouched proof coin with no scratches, marks, or discoloration is far more valuable than one with visible wear. Get it graded. The best way to determine the value of your coin is to have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Coins graded PR 67 or higher are the ones that fetch top dollar. The big money reveal now, the moment you've been waiting for. How much can a 1961 Lincoln penny from the proof set actually be worth? If you have a flawless, high-grade proof penny or one with a rare error, your coin could be worth anywhere from $2,200 to an astonishing $39,000. Don't let a fortune slip through your fingers. That's right. A tiny penny from 1961 could be worth thousands of dollars if it's in the right condition. So, if you have an old coin collection or inherited some proof sets, check them now. You might be sitting on a hidden treasure. Today we're diving into a coin that could turn pocket change into life-changing money, the 1963 Lincoln penny from the proof set. This coin may look like an ordinary penny, but don't be fooled. If you have the right version, you could be holding a coin worth a fortune. Stay with me until the end, because I'll reveal just how much this rare penny could be worth today. What makes the 1963 Lincoln penny so special? The Lincoln penny has been in circulation since 1909, but the proof versions of these coins are in a league of their own. Proof coins are struck using special dies and polished planchets to create an ultra-sharp design with a mirror-like surface. They were never meant for everyday transactions, making them far rarer than regular pennies. The 1963 Lincoln Proof penny is highly desirable because of its limited mintage, stunning details, and the possibility of rare errors. These factors can make a simple 1-cent coin worth thousands of dollars. But there's more to this coin than just its beautiful appearance. Some versions of this penny are incredibly valuable, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. Design and important factors. The 1963 Lincoln penny features the iconic design created by Victor D. Brenner. On the front, you'll see the sharp and detailed portrait of Abraham Lincoln, with inscriptions that include, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year 1963. Flip it over, and you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, which replaced the original wheat ears design in 1959. The words, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 1 cent, are clearly displayed. Proof pennies from 1963 were struck at the Philadelphia Mint, meaning they don't have a mint mark. However, not all proof coins are the same. Some have unique variations and minting errors that make them worth much more than their face value. Rare errors that could make your penny a jackpot. Not all 1963 proof pennies are created equal. Some have rare errors or unique features that make them significantly more valuable. Here are the most sought-after variations. Double die obverse, DDO. This error occurs when the die strikes the coin multiple times, slightly shifting the image. It creates a doubling effect in Lincoln's portrait, the date, or the lettering. A strong DDO can add thousands of dollars to a penny's value. Double die reverse, DDR. Just like the obverse error, this affects the back of the coin, causing doubling in the Lincoln Memorial details or the lettering. Cameo and deep cameo proofs. Some proof pennies have a stunning contrast where Lincoln's portrait appears frosted against a mirror-like background. These cameo and deep cameo coins are much rarer and sell for big money. Strike-through errors. If a foreign object got between the die and the coin during minting, it could create a unique mark or indentation, making the coin one of a kind. That if you find any of these errors on your 1963 proof penny, you could be holding a highly valuable coin. How to check if your penny is worth $USANDS. If you think your 1963 Lincoln Proof penny could be valuable, follow these steps. Use a magnifying glass. Look closely at the coin's details, especially the lettering, numbers, and Lincoln's features, to check for doubling or unique markings. Check the condition. A perfect, uncirculated proof penny with no scratches or damage is worth significantly more than a worn coin. Get it professionally graded. The best way to determine the exact value of your coin is to have it graded by PCGS or NGC. Coins in PR 67 or higher grades are the ones that bring in the highest prices. How much can a 1963 Lincoln penny from a proof set be worth? Now, the moment you've been waiting for. How much can this coin actually sell for? If you have a rare variation, a deep cameo proof, or an error coin in top condition, your 1963 Lincoln Proof penny could be worth anywhere from $2,300 to an astonishing $49,000. Don't let a fortune slip through your hands. That's right. A simple penny from 1963 could be worth thousands if it has the right features. So, if you have an old collection or inherited some proof sets, now is the time to check them. You could be sitting on a goldmine without even knowing it. We're diving into a hidden gem that could be worth an absolute fortune, the 1975 Lincoln penny from the proof set. You might think a penny is just a penny, but some of these proof coins hold incredible value, and if you have the right one, you could be looking at serious money. Stick around until the end because I'll reveal just how much this rare penny could be worth today, and trust me, you won't believe the numbers. Why the 1975 Lincoln penny is so valuable. The Lincoln penny has been an essential part of American currency for over a century, but not all pennies are created equal. Proof pennies, like the 1975 version, were struck with extreme precision, using specially prepared dies to create a stunning mirror-like finish. These coins were never meant for everyday use, they were produced specifically for collectors. The problem? Many of these proof sets have been lost, broken apart, or damaged over the years, making high-quality versions harder to find. And when rarity meets demand, prices skyrocket. But what really drives the value of a 1975 proof penny? That's where things get exciting. Some of these coins have rare errors, variations, or deep cameo effects that make them worth thousands of dollars. Keep watching because you could have one of these valuable pennies without even knowing it. Design and standout features. The 1975 Lincoln penny carries the iconic design by Victor D. Brenner. On the front, you'll see the famous profile of Abraham Lincoln, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the year, 1975. Turn the coin over, and you'll find the Lincoln Memorial design, which replaced the original wheat ears in 1959. The words, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and 1 cent, are clearly displayed. Unlike regular pennies, proof pennies from 1975 were struck at the San Francisco Mint and feature the S Mint mark right below the year. However, not all proof pennies are equal. Some have rare errors or high-grade finishes that make them worth big money, rare errors and variants that can make you rich. Not every 1975 proof penny is valuable, but certain rare errors and variations can make a simple coin worth thousands of dollars. Here are the top ones to look for. Double die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the coin is struck twice, causing the design to appear slightly doubled. If you see doubling in Lincoln's portrait, date, or lettering, your coin could be extremely valuable. Double die reverse, DDR. This happens when the reverse side of the coin has doubling in the Lincoln Memorial details or inscriptions. NOS Mint mark error. One of the rarest and most valuable proof coin errors is when the mint mistakenly leaves off the S Mint mark. This is a huge deal because proof coins were exclusively made in San Francisco. If you find a 1975 proof penny without an S, you're sitting on a jackpot. Cameo and deep cameo proofs. If your proof penny has a strong contrast between Lincoln's frosted portrait and the mirror-like background, it's considered a cameo or deep cameo coin, making it far more valuable. If you find any of these features in your 1975 Lincoln proof penny, you might have a small fortune in your hands. How to check if your penny is worth big money? So, how do you know if your 1975 proof penny is valuable? Here's what you need to do: examine it closely. Use a magnifying glass or coin microscope to check for doubling, missing mint marks, or special finishes. Look at the condition. Proof coins with no scratches, fingerprints, or damage are worth significantly more than worn-out ones. Get it graded. The best way to determine a coin's value is to have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Coins graded PR 67 or higher can bring in top dollar, the big money reveal. How much can this coin be worth? Now, the moment you've been waiting for. How much can a 1975 Lincoln penny from a proof set actually be worth? If you have a flawless, high-grade proof penny or one with a rare error, your coin could be worth anywhere from $2,400 to an astonishing $35,000. Don't miss out on this opportunity. That's right, what looks like an ordinary penny could be a hidden goldmine. If you have an old collection or inherited proof sets, don't let them sit untouched. Take them out, inspect them, and see if you have one of these rare and valuable 1975 proof pennies. You never know, you could be sitting on a life-changing fortune. Uncovering the shocking truth about a simple yet incredibly valuable penny, the 1979 Lincoln penny from the proof set. Most people think of pennies as just small change, but some of them are worth far more than you could ever imagine. If you have the right version of this 1979 proof penny, you could be sitting on a fortune without even knowing it. Stick around until the end because I'll be revealing exactly how much this coin is worth today, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Why the 1979 Lincoln penny is so valuable. The Lincoln penny has been a part of American history for over a century, but proof versions like the 1979 penny are in a special category. These coins were never made for circulation. They were struck using high-quality dies and polished blanks to create a flawless mirror-like finish. Because proof coins were only sold in collector's sets, they are much rarer than regular pennies. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of these 1979 proof pennies have rare errors, deep cameo finishes, or missing mint marks that make them worth thousands of dollars. Think about it. A simple 1-cent coin that was never meant to be used in daily transactions could now be one of the most valuable pennies ever. If you have a 1979 proof penny, you'll want to check it immediately because it could be worth an absolute fortune. Design and special features. The 1979 Lincoln penny features the legendary design by Victor D. Brenner. On the front, you'll find the timeless portrait of Abraham Lincoln, along with the words, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year, 1979. Flip it over, and you'll see the detailed image of the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was introduced in 1959 to replace the original wheat ears. The words, "United States of America, e pluribus unum," and "1 cent," are boldly stamped on the coin. Unlike regular pennies, proof versions of the 1979 penny were struck at the San Francisco Mint and should have an S mint mark just below the year. However, some of these coins have a shocking mistake, a missing mint mark, and that's where things get really interesting: rare errors and features that make this coin worth THUSANDS. Not all 1979 proof pennies are valuable, but some have extremely rare errors and characteristics that make them incredibly desirable. Here's what you should look for: no S mint mark error. This is one of the most famous proof coin errors of all time. Some 1979 proof pennies were mistakenly struck without the S mint mark, making them incredibly rare. If you find one of these in your collection, it could be worth a life-changing amount of money. Double die obverse, DDO. If Lincoln's portrait, the date, or the lettering appears slightly doubled, you may have a double die obverse penny, which significantly increases its value. Double die reverse, DDR. This error affects the back of the coin, causing doubling in the Lincoln Memorial details or inscriptions. These DDR pennies can sell for thousands. Deep cameo proofs, a 1979 proof penny with a deep cameo finish, where Lincoln's portrait appears frosted against a mirror-like background, is much rarer than a regular proof, making it highly valuable. If you have any of these rare features on your 1979 proof penny, congratulations. You could be holding onto a jackpot. How to check if your penny is worth FRTUNE? If you think you might have a valuable 1979 Lincoln proof penny, here's what you need to do: examine it under magnification. Look closely at the details, especially the mint mark, lettering, and Lincoln's portrait, to spot errors like doubling or missing marks. Check the condition. A flawless, uncirculated proof penny with no scratches, fingerprints, or marks will always be worth more than a damaged coin. Get it graded. The best way to determine the value of your coin is to have it graded by PCGS or NGC. Coins with a high grade of PR 67 or higher can fetch top dollar in the market. How much is a 1979 Lincoln penny from a proof set worth? Now, the moment you've been waiting for: how much can this coin actually sell for? If you have a rare variation, a deep cameo proof, or an error coin in top condition, your 1979 Lincoln proof penny could be worth anywhere from $24,600 to an astonishing $33,000. Don't miss out on this opportunity. That's right, a tiny penny from 1979 could be worth tens of thousands of dollars if it has the right features. If you own any proof sets or inherited a collection, now is the time to check them. You might be sitting on a rare treasure without even realizing it. Diving into a coin that might just make you a small fortune: the 1987 Lincoln penny from the proof set. Most people don't think twice about pennies, but this one is different. This one could be worth thousands of dollars. Imagine finding a simple 1-cent coin, only to realize it could be worth as much as a brand new car or even a down payment on a house. Sounds unbelievable? Well, you better believe it, because certain rare 1987 proof pennies are selling for massive amounts of money. Stay with me until the end, because I'll be revealing the exact value of these coins today, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Why the 1987 Lincoln penny from the proof set is so valuable. Pennies have been a part of American history for over a century, but not all of them are created equal. Proof pennies like the 1987 version were not made for circulation. They were struck with extreme precision using specially polished dies, giving them a flawless mirror-like finish. These proof pennies were only sold in special collector's sets, making them far rarer than regular pennies. But what makes them even more valuable? Minting errors, unique variations, and high-grade conditions. Over time, many of these proof sets have been broken apart, lost, or damaged, which means finding one in perfect condition is incredibly rare. And when rarity meets demand, the price goes through the roof. Design and special features of the 1987 proof PNNY. This stunning proof penny features the legendary design by Victor D. Brenner. On the front, we have the famous portrait of Abraham Lincoln, along with the inscriptions, "In God We Trust, Liberty," and the year 1987. Flip the coin over, and you'll find the Lincoln Memorial, replacing the original wheat ears design that was used before 1959. The words, United States of America, e pluribus unum, and 1 cent, are boldly displayed. Unlike regular pennies, proof versions of the 1987 Lincoln penny were struck at the San Francisco Mint and should have an S mint mark just below the date. However, some of these proof pennies have shocking errors that have made them some of the most valuable coins in existence today. Rare errors and features that make this coin worth $USANDS. Not every 1987 proof penny is valuable, but certain rare errors and variations make some of them worth a fortune. Here are the top ones to look out for. No S mint mark error. Some 1987 proof pennies were mistakenly struck without the San Francisco S mint mark. This is one of the rarest errors, and if you find one, you could be holding onto a coin worth tens of thousands of dollars. Double die obverse, DDO. This occurs when the coin is struck twice, creating a doubling effect on Lincoln's face, date, or lettering. These coins are incredibly valuable. Double die reverse, DDR. If you see doubling on the Lincoln Memorial, inscriptions, or design details, you may have a DDR penny, which collectors are willing to pay big money for. Deep cameo proofs. Some 1987 proof pennies have a frosted Lincoln portrait against a mirror-like background, making them even rarer and more desirable. The more pronounced the deep cameo effect, the more valuable the coin. If you find any of these rare features on your 1987 proof penny, congratulations, you might be looking at a huge payday. How to check if your penny is worth a fortune? So, how do you know if your 1987 proof penny is valuable? Here's what you need to do: use a magnifying glass or coin microscope. Look closely at the details, especially the mint mark, date, and inscriptions, to check for doubling or missing marks. Examine the condition. A proof penny in perfect, uncirculated condition is always worth far more than one with scratches or damage. Get it graded. The best way to determine the value of your 1987 proof penny is to have it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. Coins that receive a high grade of PR 67 or higher can fetch massive prices at auctions. How much is a 1987 Lincoln penny from a proof set really worth? Now, the moment you've been waiting for, the big money reveal. If you have a rare variation, a deep cameo proof, or an error coin in top condition, your 1987 Lincoln proof penny could be worth anywhere from $2,900 to an astonishing $51,000. Don't miss this opportunity. Check your coins now. That's right. What looks like a simple penny could actually be worth tens of thousands of dollars. If you own any proof sets or inherited a coin collection, check them immediately. You might be sitting on a rare treasure without even knowing it. If you love discovering valuable coins and learning how to spot rare finds, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin in your collection. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting!